Hi guys, it's Wednesday and this week is reviews and I am doing Harry Potter Part 2, the movies, not the book. I'm going to try and fit this into as short a time as I can, and I'm probably going to forget a lot of things because it was so jammed packed. A few things were beautiful that needed to be there and I was so glad they added in, like Snape saying, you have your mother's eyes. It's not in the book, it doesn't need to be in the book, but it does need to be in the movie. Yeah, personal thing. I think it really needed to be there, and I think it really added a lot to that scene. And some of the visual things were beautiful. The Prince's Tale was gorgeous. I've seen the movie 4 times now. 3 of those times were in 2D, once in 3D, and the 3D was only really an added bonus at that point, like with the flower opening up. I'm sitting on my bed at the moment, so every time I move the camera shakes, so sorry about that. The cloak wasn't in it. I don't understand why they didn't tell us about how Harry was actually a relation of the original 3 brothers. And they didn't even explain the whole it was Horcruxes versus Hallows thing, which I missed. The cloak in particular. And I'm sorry, where was anything about Helga Hufflepuff? I can't really complain as much now because I recently got my Pottermore email where I was sorted into Ravenclaw, which is a bit disappointing because I was certain I was a Hufflepuff and I kind of wish I was a Hufflepuff. I'm one of the few people out there who wants to be a Hufflepuff, except for... No, I'm not going to say that because if you're not on Pottermore you don't know yet. I've lost train of thought again. I think some things were really gorgeously done. I loved Harry with the stone, and I loved the recurring simple word of always. Where was Teddy in this entire film? And then originally on the train I thought the boy sitting next to Albus was Teddy until I watched it again and I realised that boy was actually just James. Don't know where he went. I'm glad they mentioned him at least a little, but people wouldn't even really have understood that they were like married, let alone that Tonks was pregnant. It's mentioned once, and even then she doesn't even explain it, and that's in the first half, so I should probably not talk about that too much. I think the scene with Snape's dough and stuff was really good. That's the Prince's Tale again, but that bit of the Prince's Tale I really loved. Made me cry so much every time. Because that's where the always thing starts as well. There's so much, and I can't get it out of my mouth quick enough. Oh my, lavender brown. Was anyone expecting that? You can ask like Gemma or, no, Gemma's the only one that was actually at the screening with me on this channel. There are some other people as well, but I was literally gasping for air when I first saw it. Like, my friend sitting next to me, Caitlin, she literally went, "Are you alright?" Like, because I was so shocked, like, wow. I loved kind of the montage. It was kind of like the films. I can never realise what the 4th one is, but you've got like first they have the trolls that they run from, and then there's the spiders, and there's something else from the 2nd as well, and then there's the werewolf from the 3rd, and the dementors, and then there's something from the 4th, which I don't know what it is. It's out there somewhere if you want to Google it. And then of course there's the order surrounding them, and then there's Aberforth coming forth, which is kind of a reminder of Dumbledore, which sadly he passed away in the 6th, obviously. So yeah, I found that really beautiful as well. I think some of the things with Voldemort, I can understand what they were trying to do, and I really appreciate that, but I feel some of it didn't come away, like, leave you with what they were hoping it would. Like a lot of the laughter and things. Oh, I could have killed some girls in the cinema because they laughed at Molly when she went to fight Bellatrix. They laughed at her and I was angry. Oh, I loved McGonagall and Seamus and stuff. It was so good to see some of those smaller characters back. I have a serious thing for Seamus. Seriously. Somewhere on YouTube there's a song called Love Song for Seamus Finnegan. It's brilliant and it kind of sums up a bit of my life. I've kind of only recently found this discovery though of how much I love him, along with sadly Draco Malfoy, which wasn't done correctly in the movies, but if you get me talking about that I'll go for hours and hours again. Yeah, there were lots of lovely things, and I think the humour was good. I like humour. I'm not really sure what else to say because there's so many other things, and I'll probably like put some stuff in the doobly-doo at some point. See you tomorrow at pie. One last thing, I loved how they used silence in this movie. One of the most powerful techniques you can use if used properly, and they used it perfectly. It was wonderful. I realised something straight after I stopped filming. Stopped filming is what I was trying to say. Neville Luna. Oh my god. So happy when I saw that, and so good. A lot of people I think are kind of annoyed by it, but we all know that Neville and Luna both end up with different people, and they both get married to different people, and I don't think they would have actually in the movies, like the movie Neville and Luna, I don't think they would have stayed together, because like, can you imagine it? One day you've just got like Neville and Luna sitting there drinking tea, and Luna just bursts out in her high-pitched dreamy voice and just says, "We're not really in love with each other anymore, are we?" And Neville would just be like, "Pretty much." That will be the end of that. And with that, I'm going to say goodbye again. So, bye! Oh, my hair is going nuts today. God, that bit's getting cut out.